fruits of it are not good. You should understand that the tree is tainted.
I'm pretty sure all holidays have to do with sacrifice and murder.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, like, did anyone actually happen to catch that there was a Facebook live shooting on Easter?
No.
You know why? Because it was actually a real shooting.
Really?
Like, this dude, yeah, he really got shot in his head, like, dude, and the mainstream didn't cover that, and it could have been good for the agenda. But they'll cover that one up. But yeah, it was on Easter. They deemed it as accidental because, you know, last Easter they had a little hoax shooting with the dude who shot that old man for his girlfriend or something like that.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That one last year, and then they had another shooting this year, but they didn't catch, like, it didn't get mainstream attention. I'm actually make a video about it later.
It's hard to.
And I was gonna do.
It's hard to do it. It's on April Fool's Day. You know, it's hard to believe what's real. You know.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Because yeah, it didn't get mainstream news coverage in America, but I think it was in some other country. They were speaking some like Arabic or something. That's why I saw the video. I gotta put that out. I didn't want to do it because like it's really graphic, and I think YouTube would probably take that out now.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, if you even say the word hoax, they'll take it down, man. What are you talking about?
For sure, man.
Hey, that amazes me. Yeah, go ahead.
And in the video, could have nothing to do with the hoax at all.
Yeah, you know what amazes me? Yeah, what amazes me is that like our channels are so damaging to them, you know, and we don't have that many. You know, I just feel that I'm here for the people that are my brothers and sisters in truth and understand what's going on, you know. And as far as the rest, either you can learn or you don't, you know. But we're so damaging, and why are these supposed big channels, you know, threaten like KJ? I don't care what anyone says. I know KJ Osborne's the scariest movie ever. His channel's never been the same since I destroyed him, you know. It's like that's the one thing, dude. That's the thing. Once you show that someone lied about something, if they don't come forward, you know, and admit that they were wrong, fuck them. They're done. You know?
That's how I feel about Zachary K. Hubbard after that Super Bowl prediction, that the Bob Dylan prediction of the death.
Dude, I got suckered in the Colts. You know, I lost $500, man, because what was happening? Somebody kept on emailing me. Come on, put your money where your mouth is. And I bet you it was Zachary K. Hubbard. I wouldn't doubt it. I bet you it was him because he knew how to push my buttons. That's the thing about this bloodline of people that I speak of. They get to know you, and guess what? Get to know you, get to know all about you, and that's a twisted song right there because they do get to know you and get to know all about you, and then they use that against you, and then still try to act like they're your friend, and you don't realize that they're the ones playing your ass. You know, they're the ones giving information to the people that are screwing you. They're all working together.
They're all working together, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's hard to find actually a real channel on YouTube. In any kind of category, really.
Well, like
it's just all shilly now.
Well, like Ziggy's channel, like he was, you know, that's the whole thing.
That's actually a pretty good channel right there.
What the thing is that we're looking at that creature or whatever it was, and I was looking at it a totally different way. I was looking, okay, it's a tranny, okay, I see that. But then once someone shows you the flaw in it, then you see that it's all fucking fake, you know? And you're like, oh my gosh. And so that totally twists your whole brain. You're like, okay, remember, once you see something on TV or a screen, possibilities it's not real, you know?
Yeah, especially with all the news little clips that they get, with all the distortations or whatever.
I can guarantee you what we're doing right now, that's why they don't like us, because this is real. This is real talk. This is off the cuff, and this is something that they cannot do. If they cannot do this after a couple years on YouTube, like show themselves and do this, then you know what? Get away from them. Nobody does this. Nobody. RFE doesn't do this. Nobody does it, man. It's always with their fellow shills, you know, and they all follow the same script, and they know what to hit, what to promote, what not to promote, you know.
Yeah, it's not a coincidence that they all sell
Remember the RFB shirt? And it's like, what the fuck is it? I don't even understand what it's trying to show. He's so retarded that he totally didn't even know what to do. You know?
I agree.
Look up. What? And he's like, yeah, man. Is it because, you remember he said that, like, Harvard, you remember he was going off that Harvard geoengineering, is it because he goes, did they redo the video? Is it because they're watching me? Are you watching me? I was just like, oh my god. Yeah, dude, it was because of the shirt.
It's not that important to me.
Oh my god. I know, dude. The ones that, like, I know what, there's a certain one that gets under your skin, like KJ Osborne was for me. And I can tell Call for an Uprising is your kryptonite, man, because you just really hate that guy, dude. You know?
Yeah, well.
If you saw him in an alley, just put it this way, if you saw him in a dark alley, you know, one person would be left standing.
For sure, if he wanted to go,
one person would be left standing. That's enough said there, you know.
He's just one of the biggest hypocrites, you know.
Yeah, dude. That's why Jesus said that he hated the hypocrites the most, you know.
And you know what? That's fine and dandy. But if I want to ask you a question, you should be able to answer that question with some dignity and at least who you are, you know. He won't say a word. All he'll say is, "Oh, you've seen the comments." That's all he'll leave. Like, I'm not asking for like a elementary school debate in the schoolyard where we tease each other. I'm not asking for that. I'm asking a legitimate question, man.
The weakest thing you can do in an argument is to call somebody a name, which Zachary K. Everett surely did. You know.
First name. Yeah.
You know, and attack you personally. Or try to expose something that's in your past you've already been upfront about.
Yeah, that's elementary school stuff to me.
I mean, Zachary K. Albert calling you a monkey? Come on, dude. That's about as desperate as you can get. You know?
Right, I thought it was funny, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly what I wanted you to do, Zachary Hubbard. Now I can finally make that video about the Super Bowl that I wanted.
Yeah.
So that was like it was a bait little trick on my behalf. Because I kept asking him, I'm just waiting for that Super Bowl prediction to be right, because he had rambled on about a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And before that, I'm just waiting. And then that's when he said that. He was talking about, I got all these other predictions right, and this and that. Like, dude.
Well, the thing, too, with the Call for an Uprising, and I'm glad that we're talking about this, because this isn't talking behind someone's back. We're doing it right live. Fuck them. You know?
Sure.
The thing about them...
This happened. This is true.
Yeah, this is true stuff. When a Call for an Uprising always says, no one gives a shit about your little channel, and blah, 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 blah. Then why are you making commenting? Why are you even here? Why?
How do you even know?
Why? Are you the YouTube police? I guarantee YouTube emails him and says, hey, this person's talking about you. Go after him. You know, I bet you they got their bots, you know?
Sure.
You know? Yeah.
Oh, that's not debatable.
I know. I
know that they do.
Dude, I got some old. Oh gosh, I still got. I got these. I got the Mason handshake. I got the donate button for overdose. His scam. This is all ODD. I got all this stuff. Rob Skiba at him when he's saying he's Mike Jack, like he's gonna jack you. I'm showing it right now on the thing. But here's some old ones right here from a Call for an Uprising. I think this is like a year ago. You've been off my radar. Oh yeah, this is this is a funny one. I'll read. I haven't showed this, but someone said that he was talking about me, and I said you've been off my radar, but you were talking about me again. Guess I have to turn the ship around and start heading your way. Some say you are RV. Some same voice pattern. No matter what you are, you're a coward and a scumbag. Full steam ahead. That's what I said to him. And then he just happened to go off. He goes, someone in my live stream asked me why the video I did was taken down. And I answered, because because you have a child, and I know a good amount about the certificate of the family, and there's no need for that info to be on the internet. So there, he's trying to be my friend, you know. And he says it's, and then he just keeps rambling on about stuff. But that's the thing about these people; they always try to be your friend, you know. You've seen it when he's come into my videos and say, "Hey, what about the Jewish star there?" You know, it's like, dude, don't come over here trying to be buddy with me. You're tainted. You stink. You're a hypocrite. You know, once they're tainted and they stink and they're bad, you know, then it's over. You know, until they can prove otherwise.
You won't be able to because there's already too much. And it's like you're still. Alright, I can see you slipping up, but you're still doing the same behavior like you want it to be caught.
Because they want drama, man. They want.
The best way to get that is to be like a hypocrite and be like all double-minded, so people have something to talk about.
Well, it's also to catch you in a lie and use it against you, you know. But I don't speak lies, so I don't have lies to trade, you know. Just like lawyers, and they can't do it. They can't do it with me, you know. Because I speak the truth, and they know nothing about that, you know.
And once you get to that level, man, there's no lies anymore. There's no, it's all real.
Yeah. Once you deal with like an Al-Hatif, I think you have these other little fucking these little low level wannabes. They're no match to that, you know.
Right.
I mean, they can call the cops on you and they can show up at your house, but you can just slam the door in their face, you know. Say, prove it. I think I'm the only one on YouTube that's been in here that had the cops at their door over a shill.
I actually listen to that video sometimes. It's like the fear and like the anger in that guy's voice was so funny, man. I'm actually gonna call the cops on him. So I listen to that. I still listen to that.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, dude. That's episode 69 on and it's because the Mason 69, but 69 episode of KG Osborne's Great Reality Radio Show, and he had Jeff C on there and Call for an Uprising, the Meat Man. I mean, the Meathead. You know, dude, they were going after, oh man, Jonathan Click, they were saying he was a great guy. He's like, I don't want to bring this up, but we're going to bring it up. This guy is dangerous. And then he says his wife, and I've never been married in my life. And these guys, as soon as they have something they say is not true and I can prove it, that should tell people that there's nothing there, you know?
Yeah, that's it. You're all tainted. One lie is all.
It's it. One lie. The thing is about you know where you stand with a thief, but you never know where you stand with a liar. So,
for sure.
And these guys will eat themselves, you know, which they might be doing really, you know, maybe YouTube. You know, I see it. I see this whole RFB and a call for an uprising. Remember the Dark Knight? Remember the bank scene when he goes, well, if you get 2 shares, you'll get 2 extra shares if you kill these guys? You know, it's like, 3 share, you know what I'm talking about?
For sure.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. I get it because the money, the money that YouTube used to make them is not, and it's getting smaller and smaller, and then they'll end up eating each other.
Exactly. And I see a lot of passion in that R&B video where he's addressing a call for an uprising. I mean, there's like some things you just can't fake, and to me, it looks like he's actually kind of pissed at that guy. Kind of be working together, and because they actually, what's the name of Call for an Uprising? They said that they talk on a regular basis, or they were talking on a regular basis.
They always slip up, don't they?
Yeah, and I the video where he actually had him in his his Gmail account on the side where he's got his contacts for his Hangouts or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The R&B's on the side of that. A call for an uprising was on RFB. So they obviously were communicating before all that. So it's up for grabs.
Well, the thing is that what I can say by experience, RFB's never mentioned my name, but he's talked about me when I was going at him pretty hardcore. He was like, oh, this guy he's been in trouble with the law. He's had problems with harassing and all this crap, and that's not true. And so he's done that same thing. So maybe it's kind of like that Andy Kaufman thing, with the wrestling, where their fake reality merges with the real reality.
For sure.
Where there is some meltdowns that their emotions they can't hold in their emotions anymore because they're soulless. And so
that's a part of the selling out thing. Exactly what you say. They're soulless. That's why, like, that fantasy that they sold out for, they can't escape it anymore. That's going to be your reality.
Exactly. It's kind of like that movie Getting Out, where they're in the mind, and then they can't hold it anymore. Because I did mess with the mother of my child when all this stuff was happening down, and there was something that wasn't done for the sale of the house that we were selling, and I said it was done, and it wasn't, and she was upset about that, and I said, how does it feel to know something you say that's not true? Basically throwing it back at her, because a lot of things she said, everything she said was lies. And then she was like, and then she started getting mad. And I said, I had my child in my hands. I said, will you calm yourself down? Not in front of the child. And that snapped her. And what she did, she screamed. She grabbed her hands like this, and she put her head into a pillow on the bed and started screaming like a crazy person. I was like, and then you know what happened? She called her father up and said, Daddy, he's not done. And then they systematically destroyed me after that. The next day, I woke up, and she said that she was going to go visit a friend with the child, and she took off, and she never came back. And the last time I saw her was in court up in Seattle, where it was in legal limbo, they said, and they could do nothing, and I was out of money, and that was it. That's what happened. And then she filed a restraining order, and I found out she already had a house up there, bought and paid for 2 months ago, and then the whole thing happened. So, I've seen these people snap, and their emotions. But I seriously think they're soulless because they have no emotion. They don't know how to. They just explode. It's like kind of like that Roger Rabbit. With the villain. He turns red and hot, and his eyes pop out. And then you realize what he is. It's exactly what would happen. You just have to push the right button. But these people are experts at pushing buttons. Especially when they have endless amounts of money, where and not only money but influence. And understand the legal system, which is lawful and it's right. It's a man's law is unlawful because it's we have to say it's in layman's terms just to make us a bunch of laymen's. Just another mocking because we don't understand Latin, and that's the language of the devil. If anybody doesn't know that, it's Latin. That's what most of our laws are written in.
Sounds about right to me.
Si, senor. Oh, man. That's why when you go to court, if anybody's listening, you go to court, act as stupid as you can. And just, who? They're like, don't agree to anything. And then they'll just read what they already have on their script. So that saves you the headache of this acting, of this they use you to act, and it's a big performance.
It's a show, man. It's ridiculous. It's all rigged. It's like
they already know what the docket. They already know what they're gonna rule. You can sit there and plea and all that stuff. Blah blah blah.
Even the jury can't do anything about it.
Nope. No, because they'll put their own people in there.
Yeah, all this full of like little low-level Freemasons, man. And they're just playing a game.
Those letters you get in the mail for jury duty, all every time I've been called to jury, and they always cancel it because they already scare the client just to agree to the terms because they get 5 years and all this bullshit. But if you do want to do it, they know that you're a gullible and you about recording and labeling you. They know that I'm marked as you are, you know, and we're just, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we drive around and the cops have some kind of technology where they know by color code or by some kind of code, they know what kind of individual they're messing with.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not, for sure. They got that down to a science. I'm pretty sure they'll learn that kind of stuff, like the human mind and where we're at, progression.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised. Go ahead.
It's easier nowadays because, like, of all the all the entertainment we're subjected to, you know. So we play a certain role, and it's really easy to see who's who. Like, it's easy to spot out a person that's going to be, like, a hardcore drinker and driver just because he looks like a punker. You know, like going off of looks and personality. Like, that's a given. You got to stop that. You know.
Yep. What is it called? Profiling.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Just one curveball we got to throw.
Yeah, that's just them admitting to it, you know. But we're thinking them just profiling us with their eyes. Bullshit. They know exactly who they are, who you are by a code on their computer. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the cops or somebody here in the future comes to me and goes, "You need to start thinking about your daughter," and just drive off. You know, I don't see. I see that happening. You know.
You know, how do they do that now, man?
Yeah, dude, they dump guns in cases in back alleys in Chicago. You know that this is something they've been doing since the 80s.
Yeah.
You know?
I just heard that a couple of days ago. It's funny you mentioned that. I never heard of that before.
Yeah, man, they did do that, man. You gotta understand, it's all agenda based. You know, where are they getting all these guns? And then, you know, it's all about the guns and then all this stuff bullshit. They can only influence your decisions. They can't make you do it. That's the whole thing. That's why we have free choice. Unless you sell out. Unless you bend the knee. There's something way spiritual that protects us that we don't, the ones that don't realize there is something big time protecting you, because you know and I know that they would burn this fucking place down in a heartbeat if they could.
Yeah.
I mean, they got all their underground cities built. They got everything built, you know. Maybe these antennas are for all the underground shit that they have. So when this whole place comes down, they can still get what they need. That just blew your mind right there, I know. Well, I'll let you go, man. Thanks for chatting, Urban. Always a pleasure, man. This is awesome. Definitely want to get maybe tomorrow, get a bunch of people together. And this is good to do. This is refreshing, you know. And it's something what we need to do now while we have the chance, because I don't see it being here much longer.
Exactly. So,
YouTube Red will take over. All right, bud.
All right.
No,
all right, take care, man.
Bye, man. Well, that is refreshing. That is refreshing. Very refreshing that the connection is not my connection. Oh, that's refreshing, man. Thank you, Urban. Always a pleasure talking to somebody that's awake and has insight on things. And it can actually be relevant. You know, that's the whole thing about people these days. They're not relevant in anything they do, and there's no consequences in what they do. You know, and this weather is crazy. It was stormy, rainy, windy, crazy, and now it's all sunny. I mean, nuts. So, you know, I'm going to end it right there. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream and liked people just talking about stuff. I want to get like 5 people in and then just kind of go that way. You know, either Urban does it on his channel or I do it on my channel, or Ziggy does it on his channel, or Crudo does it on his channel. We got 2 involved now. And and do this now while we have the chance. So with that, everybody have a blessed day, blessed night. I'll try to do this maybe later tonight or tomorrow. See ya. May the Lord Jesus Christ be with you always.